Nervous now as a guest. We're the Ragamuffins and we love live music, so we want to know what makes a perfect gig. Every episode we're going to have one guest on and they're going to tell us from opener to headliner their perfect 4-band gig. In this episode we talked to our friend Rob, we discuss his love of the band Trash Boat, his first ever live music experience at 2000 Trees and why that's a perfect first festival, and loads of other stuff. So here it is, Rob's perfect gig.
Hello.
Hello Rob, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Alex. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you,
That's
thank
what you
you.
get for coming here.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
That's your payment.
Oh, wow.
We pay you with applause.
But it is
You know
nice
what?
to feel appreciated, isn't it?
It is. It's really nice. Yeah, thank you.
We'll just start off nice and easy. What was the first gig you ever went to?
First gig I went to was actually a festival. I went to 2000 Trees with the main man here himself, Mr. Dan. And
That's me.
When was that? Back in like 2006?
2016.
That's it, 2016. And that was class because, well, live music. What's not to love, to be honest. I think one of the first bands we saw was Trash Boat as well, which have always gone on and become like one of my most favourite bands as well. So,
Had you listened to them prior to that, or did you go to like that? They were one of the reasons you got a ticket to go.
oh no, that's the thing. Like, the only the only band I kind of knew when I was going there was Neck Deep. So a lot of it was just like festival vibes and stuff, and just experiencing it. And I think honestly, it was the best festival I could have like started out with.
See, I told you guys Trees is good.
Yeah, we're going the first time this year.
Yeah.
Me and him.
It's-
Can't fucking wait.
It's class, man. Honestly, it's so good. It's really good. So yeah, I remember Trash Boat. Mr. Bird had a little bit more to drink than he probably would have liked at that point at the time.
I was having a good time.
Yeah, it was great fun. It was great fun. I saw Sleeps there the first time as well. I think I'd listened to Sleeps a little bit before, but I wasn't that into them then. It was just that little bit heavier than I would have liked at that time. And then I saw him, and then they had the circle pit going around the tent. Oh my god, man, it was so
Incredible.
cool. It was fantastic. And then I saw Neck Deep, and then there was another band. What was it? What was it again? The one I bought the CD for.
Oh, the one that you didn't like.
The one I liked.
Like you liked them live, and then you brought the CD, and it was a bit like.
Didn't feel the same.
Yeah, I didn't have the
I
same.
think it was Yuck.
Yuck, that's it. That was it.
I mean, yuck. It sounds appropriate for what you thought afterwards.
No comment. It was. They were. I really liked them live, and Dan kind of like. He almost predicted it. He was like, "Yeah, you like these guys now, but are you really gonna like them on a CD?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And I bought him. I was like,
Didn't really feel the same afterwards.
didn't hit the same. No, it wasn't as good.
Do you think going to Trees has sort of influenced your music taste now?
Yeah,
Because it's quite alternative and heavy, that festival.
It is. Yeah. It's like basically that. To be honest, I don't know what more I can add. It has, yeah. Without that, I probably wouldn't have got into Sleeps nearly as much. And like from Sleeps, it's been like a gateway drug. I've just kind of just delved into everything from there. So it's been, yeah, definitely just seeing bands, especially like when you see a band that you like listen to. And as I was listening to Neck Deep's second album, I think it was Life's Not Out to Get You, their second album. So I was just listening to that like all the time. I absolutely loved it. And then I see it live. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is great. Like, this is lush. And then, yeah.
What do you think it was about the live music experience that kind of got you hooked into it?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's something about seeing the band there and seeing the talent on stage, like just how just the drumming, the singing, the guitar and everything. It's fantastic. And then like, I suppose it's the visual and then the audio. So you see it and then you hear it, and so you're seeing them doing it. Like, wow, that's just and obviously the feel you get in your chest when the bass and the drums are kicking in. It's like, oh, it's good.
Especially when you then become a fan of a band and you can have that like sort of communal experience with everyone there.
Absolutely,
all singing along. Because I remember at Slam Dunk 2019, we were all at Trash Boat together, and we were all finger pointing and singing along together. It was not. It was a nice moment.
It's good. It's good when you get the crowd kind of takes on like a hive mind mentality,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it." It's really good.
You mentioned as well that you felt like Trees was the perfect place to start your live music journey as well. Why do you think that? Is there something about the atmosphere there, like the size of it, or?
Yeah, it's. I think it's the size of it. It's like it's not a particularly large festival by any sense of the word. But it's all quite contained as well, and it's just, I think, if you've never experienced the festival like I had at that time, just going down there, just vibing with everyone, because everyone's obviously there for the same things. Like, I suppose if you go to like Reading and stuff, it's going to be a bit like you're going to have people with different music tastes there, and it's like different, just different vibes, different camps and stuff. But with like 2000 Trees, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to go down to the little, literally, I think the first stage was, it must have been just like 50 meters away from our tent. It was phenomenal. It was great. Yes. Oh man, it's so good. So, and then of course they've got the acoustic set in the forest as well, which is really good. Like, again, didn't know barely knew anyone who was performing the acoustic. It gets just class there. It's really intimate. Like, funny enough, the trees of 2000 Trees were all around. And yeah, it was just fantastic. Really good. Something that I will definitely remember for ever. It's class.
It's nice to have a second opinion on this podcast now.
We've showed it for me the whole time,
because I've just been going on about it constantly. It's been like, honestly, guys, it's the best. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, listen to Bird.
It's nice that I'm now not like seemingly delirious.
It's not just you.
Yeah,
there are other opinions that are the same.
I'll give you that tenner later, Rob.
Thanks, mate. It's all right. So don't worry about it. I wish I could come along to Trees this year. I really wish I could, but alas.
Be there in spirit.
I'll be there in spirit. Get a cardboard cutter, mate.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Just be like, oi, oi.
There he is, Rob's still there. Get photos of you in the pit and everything.
Yeah, getting picked up and slammed
Crowd
onto the stage.
crowd's stepping wrong. Right, that's happening. Cool.
Nice.
Okay, so you've got 4 bands here.
Yes.
Who would you have as your first band opening up, setting the scene for everything?
Okay.
Who's on the agenda?
First on is a band that I've not seen live before and who I would really love to see live, Hot Mulligan. I've just, ever since summer last year, and I was introduced to them by another certain someone who's also here today, Mr. Bird.
I am the music man.
Ever since then, I've just absolutely loved them, and every album I've been listening to theirs is just fantastic, and I think they've peaked. Well, not peaked, but they've their latest album is just fantastic. It just keeps getting better and better with them. Honestly, it's so good, so good.
So out of that, with you being in charge and everything, is there one album in particular that you'd play all of this, or are there certain songs you can handpick this set list?
Ooh.
Is there songs you want to see again and again? Would you want repeat ones in an encore kind of set?
Yeah.
How would you craft this?
You can just let them go for it if you want.
That's a good question. There's a fair few songs I'd like to see, them play. I've got to remember them now though, because it's more just I'll listen to that, and it's I like Backyard. Backyard's good. It's more one of their kind of it's more shouty over kind of other bits, but other songs they've got is class. Equip Sunglasses is class as well.
They put crack in that song.
Oh, it's
so good.
It's so good. OG Blue Sky, I absolutely love that one. It's just brilliant. Feel Like Crab, I just want to go pretty much through the entire You'll Be Fine album, and I could probably just pick everyone off that. I love that one. Also, I Won't Reach Out to You as well. It's a short one, but it's, again, all of them are class. And it's same in the pilot album. All of that's great.
You can have them just play everything.
Yeah, literally.
Really
I would
play your entire
I would probably
discography,
have them
please.
play everything, because they're fantastic.
Opening band playing everything.
Yeah, yeah. Why
It's
not?
gonna be a long
Only
night.
gonna
3
be here-
hours.
Only gonna be here for 3 hours, guys. This time.
Doors at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
That's good though. I like when people pick a band they've never seen before.
It's easy to go back on that, especially with the live experience, just being that they killed it live. I'd like to see them again. It's just to have that want to see someone new and still have that kind of intent to I want to go to another gig and see them on there first time I get a chance to as well. So that's awesome.
Can I have an honourable mention here as well?
Go on then.
Because I also really, really wanted to have Architects on this list. I've never seen Architects live, and I really, really want to see Architects too. And again, they're pretty much their entire latest album. That would be on there. Same with the one before that.
Holy Hell.
Holy Hell, that's it. Like, I'm not good with names, as you might be able to tell. But yeah, I'd love to see them. So they'd definitely be. It was a tough choice between the four of them. It really was.
That makes things interesting for the rest of this lineup, considering we now know that Architects aren't on there.
Aren't on there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like the scale of it. I'm just starting to think my way up the bill of how it's going to look,
Okay.
which is going to be very interesting.
I think there's going to be on there that surprises you.
Who's the second band on your?
Okay, the second band on my list is Trash Boat.
Not surprised on that
I could have
one.
predicted
No,
this
no,
one.
no.
An old reliable.
I absolutely love Trash Boat. As I said, saw them at Trees first time. I've loved them. They're brilliant. They'd only just sort of recently, like within the last year or when we saw them at Trees, they'd only recently just formed as a band. To be honest, they'd done their first album. It was fantastic.
It was a great first album as well.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. I think I've seen Trash Boat live for every one of their new albums. It was only 3 times because when he released their albums.
Like grand numbers there.
Yeah, I know, right? Pushing the boat out over here.
What are your favourite memories of
Trash
seeing them
Boat.
live?
We got him.
What are like your favourite memories of seeing them live? Like already having done that.
Well, I felt like a bit of a proud dad when we saw them on the headline stage at Reading. They weren't headlining, but they were on the main stage at Reading.
I felt that as well.
No,
It was quite a moment, really.
It was seeing them at one of not even the main stage at Trees, which itself isn't a big festival. Seeing them there and then seeing them at Reading was like wow, and they were just fantastic. And I love because their stuff seems to change in the right direction each time. I love their first album because it's very sort of pop punky, and it was Toby was. It was a lot of stuff about his sort of personal life and stuff, and it was really good. And then Crown Shyness came out. See, I'm good with these names. Where did that come from?
There we are.
Wow. I'm going to forget the next one. Watch this. Crown Shyness came out, and I absolutely love that one because it was just a lot heavier, but it was still like really, really. It was fantastic. Like again, that whole album, absolutely loved it. And then they go and bring out.
Here we go.
He's forgotten.
Oh no! I can see the album artwork in my head. No, that's it. It's gone. I can see it. Oh, that's really gonna bug me.
How do you feel?
Yes, amazing. I feel amazing. That one. Thanks, Dan.
I got you, buddy.
That one is fantastic. I love it because that's different. But like all the songs on that album just seem like just almost like a different genre each time you go across. Like I absolutely love Alpha Omega. That's fantastic. I just jam along to that when I'm at the gym and stuff. It's fantastic. Same with Idios. That's great. Like I could go on, and I might go on.
Keep going on.
Do you think you'd prefer newer stuff in the set list then, or would you like it to be kind of a good mix of all albums?
I think it'd have to be a good mix because they've just got bangers across the board. Trash Boat. They've just got stuff from. They could start out with some stuff. Oh my God, I can't do it. Cut. Sorry. I can't leave that. I can't leave that.
That wasn't going to stay in until you said cut.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, you could start with Strangers, and then you could go on to Shade, and then you could have Silence is Golden. So you got one of each, and kind of just take it from there. Like,
Bit of like a bounce between the albums.
yeah, it's like just different bits, different songs with like different, just mash it up. You know, it's great. It's honestly. So Trash Boat, let's go Trash Boat.
It's a strong start.
That's a strong start. So halfway through, take a little bit of a break from those at the moment.
Okay.
Do you remember the first album that you bought?
Yes.
What was it?
It was Gorillaz' Demon Days. So nothing like
Nothing
what
like
I
this.
listen to now.
Why?
Because I loved it. I thought it was great. It was just after hearing. I suppose a lot of my kind of like early music taste came from my dad, and my dad's got an eclectic taste. He just listens to everything, and there he is playing like Dirty Harry and stuff, and I was like, this is great. It just you know when a song just sits well with you.
How old were you? Do you remember how old you were when you got it?
Oh, that's a good question. You make me feel old now. Although,
Don't. We're all the same. Well,
yeah,
apart from Alex, we're all the same age. So
yeah, Alex.
Sorry,
Child.
little baby.
Be older.
Yeah, come on.
grow
man.
up.
Yeah, I think I must have been about. I feel like I was like 7, 8.
Wow.
Because I
Okay.
bought it in Asda in Hull from the music section there.
Nice.
God, our next question is actually going to be: do you have any fond memories of Hull?
Buying Gorillas.
Yeah.
Yeah, buying the album.
So is it from your dad's influence that you got that album? Do you think?
Absolutely, yeah. Just like I think I heard it on the radio and stuff, and then he went and bought the album. And when I was like staying with him and stuff, I was listening to it all the time. He just had it on in the background, and I was like, "This is really, really good." Just listening to it in the background, I thought it was great. It was just a really good album.
Do you ever find yourself still listening to it?
Yeah. Every now and then, like I'll put on like Dirty Harry or something, and
That nice nostalgic feel you get.
yeah, it's good. It's just like.
Are there other like artists as well that your dad's then influenced you that he's kind of got you into certain bands or certain artists, certain music, I guess?
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. It's kind of it's becoming more the opposite way around now.
Okay.
I'm kind of
The
like
dynamic has switched.
it has big. He's the student now. I am the master.
Who have you been recommending to him then?
Fever 333, who I love. Sleeps, he absolutely loves. I think I played Trophies of Violence for him, and he was like, "I'm buying that album," and did. So, yeah, Sleeps, Royal Blood. There's a couple others as well. Yeah, and Architects, to be fair, as well. Which my brother, out of the blue, just started playing, and I was like, "Where the hell did you know
Where's that come from?
He was like, "Oh, you played in the car once," and I was like, "Wow, I've had an influence on someone's music taste."
Success.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Main support.
Okay,
Who is it?
you guys are gonna like this one. It is While She Sleeps.
Hey, come on.
Absolutely,
Very good.
Yeah. Sleeps are, again, as I said before, like listening to them before. Well, I think you, Dan, you let me brainwashed first, and I was listening to it. And I liked it. I liked some of the songs on it, but it wasn't quite like I wasn't really into it that much. I liked it, but I wasn't into it that much. And then see him at Trees, and I'm like, wow, this is just amazing. And I
Massive turning point with that.
absolutely, it was kind of like it was. If it wasn't for Trees, I would have. It sort of broadened my mind to like so many different types of music, especially the heavier stuff, which is always good.
Wonderful.
Just to yeah.
I feel like a
Jam
live
to.
scenario is good with that in general anyway, just in terms of like getting that translation across, because I know so many people that have seen bands or, like from that live scenario. Like I remember like our friend Kieran, for example, Sleeps are not his kind of band. When we went to Slam Dunk, he was like, you know what, fair play to them. That was an incredible live experience, and I think that can really translate well and kind of turn that around,
Oh, totally.
especially like with you at Trees there.
And so from there on in, like I think that entire summer, I think I had like Brainwash the whole album on repeat. Just like
You could say that you had been brainwashed.
Hey.
There we go. But yeah, and so Sleeps are just fantastic. And every time I've seen them, we've just gotten better and better and better and better.
Do you know how many times you have seen them now?
Ooh,
Or like roughly?
It's 3 or 4 times I think now.
Was there a standout like performance of them that you're like, that was the best one?
Yes, it was at Underworld in London, which was just phenomenal. Had loads support in them.
I'm pretty sure like when we did our awards, we had that as Gig of the Year last
Yeah.
year for that. It was such a great show.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Sweaty show.
Very
Oh
sweaty.
yeah, sweaty. I've still got the on my phone as like the background picture of it. Like
Nice.
one of the pictures.
You can actually like see the sweat condensing on the ceiling of that photo.
Oh yeah, it's a grim picture, but it's like
Yeah, that is great.
That's
that was the
sick.
first thing my cousin. I left my phone on the thing and like it got a notification. She's like, "Is that sweat on the roof?" And I was like,
I think a lot of
"Might
that
be."
has just steamed off of James's head. possibly.
Probably. I was a sweaty boy then.
What was it like? Every time I looked around, there's you being crowd surfed to the
Yeah.
front. I was like, "There he goes again."
I was on that stage many times.
You were on that stage many times. It was good to see. It was good to see,
I
man.
love it. And you
Yeah.
can check out our vlog of it. Link in the top corner somewhere.
I was waiting to see which one of us was going to plug that
I was
in.
going to say, well done. That was
Gotta
a
get that
very,
in there, gotta get that in
very
there.
smooth
It's
transition.
interesting to see
gentlemen.
that James pointed and then audio.
Exactly. I don't know why.
It's in one of these corners.
It's somewhere. Okay, so in terms of the Sleep set list,
Mm-hmm.
go.
Okay, so it's going to be mainly stuff off the You Are We album, with a bit of Brainwashed sprinkled in there, like a little bit of dusting.
Little over the top.
bit of dusting.
It sounds like a MasterChef where they're doing the voiceover of what they're doing with the dish. Rob has gone for a You Are We based dish with a sprinkling of Brainwashed on top.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I'm hungry now for music. Let's go.
That's a weird one to pick, though. I think that's probably I wouldn't say the worst, but it's the least hyped While She Sleeps album. You Are We, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think that's an interesting choice.
I'm going to disagree. It's up there for me. I really
fair
like You Are We.
Thanks, Dan.
Get back there.
Yeah. So that. I do like So What. It's just it didn't kind of. You Are We. I fell in love with it like straight away. I thought it was fantastic. Like all the songs
Didn't resonate as much immediately.
Yeah, it felt a little bit toned down as such, not massively. And I still there's a few songs that I really really like, but comparing it to like Brainwashed and You Are We, it wasn't quite what I suppose I'd expect from Sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, I still enjoyed it, and I really like Sleep Society. Sleep Society is class. That's a great album.
You Are We also has Silent Speaks on it with Ollie Sykes.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want him to come out and perform that song?
Yeah.
We can make that
great,
happen.
Or someone else.
Or someone else. Anyone.
You're in complete control. You
can
can have
you
whatever
get
you want.
Toby from Trash Rate to come out and do it if you want.
That'd be
instead.
good. That would be good. I'd like Sam Carter would be good, I reckon.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, we'll get in touch with them.
That'd be good.
Consider it done.
We have the power.
Got him on speed dial. Yeah. Again, Bring Me a Class as well. Another honourable mention there.
Another
Bring
one.
Me the Horizon.
Which means they're not the headliner.
No, they are not.
Who is the headliner of your perfect gig?
Right, the headliner of my perfect gig is a band I've only seen a couple of times here, but every time I've seen
That's
them, I
going to
thought
cause
they were
havoc for the audience.
Yeah, sorry. Every time I've seen them, they've been just a feast for like all five senses. This is where there's six, and I'm just being an idiot again.
I'm interested to know how you're tasting these people, but okay.
Okay.
I'm giving it a go. Slam dunk.
True.
Yeah, there's sweat everywhere in there. You know,
Oh,
it's
God,
like
yeah.
lick someone's bald head. That tastes like music. Got like a note on my tongue. Definitely too much LSD going on. Jesus. But yeah, my headliner would be Iron Maiden.
Wow.
Wow,
Mm.
that's not where I thought it was going.
No.
I thought you were building up to Don Broco.
Really?
Yeah.
They're another honourable mention too.
I thought you might have been building up to Sleep Token.
Oh, see now you thought that as well.
I
didn't
thought
you?
they'll be landing on this list, but
Again,
okay.
Sleep Token are fantastic, but Maiden are just like, honestly, they're just it's everything with them. It's the props they have. I mean, when I watched them the second time, they had a full-sized Spitfire on stage because they started out with Aces High, which is one of my favourite Maiden songs, and it was just fantastic. And then, like, it's almost like watching like a stage show. Like, there's different sets for like different songs. I mean, at the first time I saw them, they just released the Book of Souls, which was a fantastic album. It's got quite sort of a lot of the lyrics of sort of South American style, like sort of conquistadors and like the Mayans, the Aztecs and stuff. Like Maiden do have obviously stories within their songs,
Like a concept album kind of thing.
Yes, yeah. And that was fantastic. And then like they start playing the Book of Souls, which starts out with like a just purely acoustic, but like almost like a flamenco style acoustic. It's fantastic. And then everything with Maiden, it's just everything. It's class.
What drew you to them? Like just their music first of all.
My dad, frankly,
Yeah.
my dad saw Maiden back when he was like 18, back up north, and I think I heard it was Run to the Hills. I heard first. I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic.
That is pretty iconic as a tune.
It is. So I listened to Run to the Hills, and then I'm like, oh yeah. And then my dad, I said, oh yeah, I like Maiden. He was like, what? You like Maiden? And I was like,
What?
yeah. He was like, bloody hell. And so then he lends me all his Maiden CDs, and there I am listening through Power Slave, through Number of the Beast. Number of the Beast, I absolutely love.
So this is the stuff you grew up on, really? Then, like,
yeah, pretty much. It was kind of like, it's what really set me down the kind of
the metal alternative, like the kind of rocky music.
Absolutely, yeah. And then I think, well, yeah, that's all of that. And but like before that though, I had Nirvana. Nirvana were one of the sort of first like sort of rock bands and metal bands I got into. You know, like, yeah.
We're laughing because hot take is that he hates Nirvana.
You hate Nirvana?
I hate Nirvana.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alex. Sorry. Them and Rage Against the Machine. Like,
You got him
Oh,
on
I love
that.
Rage Against the Machine.
Good
You're
man.
50-50 there.
Yeah.
1 out of 2 ain't
Hit
bad.
and miss.
Yeah.
Hit and miss. I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, Maiden.
So you've seen them before?
I have seen them.
How many
before, yes.
times?
Twice.
Twice. What? So apart from stage show,
Mhm.
were there any songs in particular, like live, that really translated perfectly?
Yeah, The Trooper. The Trooper was fantastic. Run to the Hills, of course. Ace is High. Fear of the Dark's really good as well. But they've got so many. Honest to God, they've got what is it? Is it something like 20 studio albums? I could be
Wouldn't be surprised by that, to be
completely
honest.
wrong, but they've got so many.
So like because of like such a vast discography, would you just like let them be at it with their set list?
Yeah, I would. I'd let them be how it was when I saw them. They're just everything. Like, just songs from every album. So they've got stuff from, like, the self-titled Iron Maiden album, the first album, all the way through, like, Book of Souls, their latest album, which escapes me, because everything escapes me, because I can't remember anything, apparently. But yeah, just a mix of everything. Honestly, just a mix of everything.
Iron Maiden have done 17 studio albums
Not
and
far, I suppose.
13 live albums,
Loads
as
of
well
Fucking
as
hell.
7 compilation albums. I love that everyone we have on, it's like, oh, you can get them to just do whatever they want. It's like, I can?
I have this power?
Yeah?
Yeah.
It would literally be, like, all of them, I'd just be like, it would just be, just play your stuff. I love it.
Just sit back and you'll enjoy it.
It'd be fantastic. I'd be like half cut, like just bouncing away, like, oh, I love this one, and then just every time, like, oh, that's a tune, like just every single
song.
Oh, great pick, mate.
Shoo.
Oh, well done, lads! Round of applause. But yeah, just that would literally be it. It would be fantastic. Good.
That's a great headliner pick.
Thank you.
Where would you like this to take place? What's the venue?
That is a very good question. In terms of the venue, I'm not that fussed. As long as there is sunshine, alcohol, and my friends, I'm easy. It could be in a field. It could literally just be Donington Park. It could be Reading. It could be anywhere. Like, it
We could do it at Trees if you want.
It could be at Trees.
At the
Yeah,
Trees site.
imagine Maiden at Trees. My God,
In the forest.
in the forest with the Spitfire.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think there'll be 2,000 trees after that,
No.
but okay.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that
Bit
might
of
be.
pyro. And it's game over.
Oh yeah, that'd
One
be-
tree.
One tree.
Just the one tree, actually.
Half a tree. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, like, I'd probably say, why not? Let's go. Just because it's there, and the time I've been to download, it was like the sunniest that it'd been for like years. it was like how it should be.
Must be nice.
It was pretty good.
Not
So
experienced that yet.
I'd say Donington Park, just purely and simply because it was just, I'd remember just sitting there, top of the hill, right at the end on a Sunday, and thinking, this is fantastic. I lost my lenses out of my glasses as well.
And it was still fantastic.
That is a great memory.
Yeah.
That Sunday at Download where basically I was at first, I think, if I remember rightly, and I just looked around the tent at the sheer amount of alcohol that we had left over. We'd brought far too much. And I kind of just, as Rob woke up, was like, there you go, there's a can.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Because
Breakfast.
I weighed up our options, and it was basically a case of we either abandon all this alcohol that we've spent good money on, we either have to try and carry it all the way back to the car, or we just drink as much of it as we can.
And that was a distance to the car.
And we went for the latter, didn't we?
Oh yeah, there's something that's iconic about waking up still like really, really bleary eyed, and your mate going, here you go, start, and in your can, and it's like, all right then, let's go. What was it, 11 o'clock? We were all pretty waved
Not even
by
sure.
about 11
I remember we wanted to go and see Blood Youth that day.
Yeah.
They were on like quite early, but we'd already drunk way too much.
Oh yeah.
And still had way more to drink. So we just kind of stumbled over to the arena at like mid-afternoon. And there was no one else particularly we wanted to see, so we just kind of stumbled about all day, didn't we?
Yeah, we had like a crate and a half each for the whole day.
Tidy.
Jesus.
It was good.
Tidy.
It was really good.
And yeah, it was like earlier in the day that you lost your lenses from your glasses.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, we're walking back over to one of the stages, and I see something glinting at me on the floor, and I go, "Oh look, it's one of my lenses." And I picked it up and put it back in my glasses again. So I had like panda eyes, but just on one eye. So that was pretty funny, but it was fantastic.
It was funnier at the time because we were leathered. So at the time, that was the most hilarious thing in the world.
But still, just like, I mean, the size of that festival, I just happened to come across it again.
Oh yeah, it was.
The chances are minimal.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I had to do a double take. I was like, "Hang on a minute, what? That's mine." I picked it up.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Probably.
Yes, you've got no lenses.
The good Lord has blessed me this day. And so there, I take my glasses off and go, nah, this ain't it. And then I go put it in and I'm like, oh shit, that's it. I was like, that's it.
I've seen people proposing it download, and it's never been more beautiful than the moment that Rob found his one sunglasses lens.
I'm glad that's iconic for you, Dan.
Well, Rob, here's your perfect gig. You got Hot Mulligan, Trash Boat, While She Sleeps, headlined by Iron Maiden at Donington Park.
Fantastic.
You happy with that?
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I wish it were real.
Maybe one day.
It's not.
It's not. Guess I cry myself to sleep, don't worry.
There we go. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Leave.
Get out.
Oh, nice.